Game resumed.
Hey guys, it's Cal from Team Snacked, and we are back with another episode of Pro Circuit. Spawning up in the top left-hand corner, we have rngesus and tryphe, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have keysersoze and aerith, aka Snakey from SnakeyLPs, and he's here with me today to help cast the match and explain what he was doing in it.
Oh yeah, check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/SnakeyLPs. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of fun to cast my own match. So I'm playing with Kaiser here against tryphe and rngesus, I guess. This was like a really late night match. Cal, remember what time it was? I think we played this at like 3 a.m.
It was a crazy late night thing. You know, some people say that Kaiser is actually like he's actually V-Square in disguise. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, and they say he's Metos hyper too, and this hyper guy is like super rude. I don't know, man. Kaiser's he's sketchy, I guess. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Do you
when
know
he's Kaiser,
V-Square?
I mean.
Like, or I'm not sure
I
if
do
you're
not.
playing
Yeah, I've never actually played with V-Squared.
Well, V-Square.
Actually, it was Bubbles is who's V-Square?
V-Square was back in the day of the Wand Forestry patch. You probably didn't play back then, but it was a super long patch. It lasted a super long time. That's why people know it as the Wand Forestry patch. I don't know what it's actually called. Probably like 1.29 or something. But he was a super good player in those days, and him and another player called Soot, who since retired went to League of Legends, was they were just destroying in that patch because they would always. Soot was like the first one to come with the gun rush on day 2. Before then, people rushed at like 8 or more minutes, but he was one of the first ones to do a really early rush. I mean, he wasn't the first one to invent rushes, obviously, but he was known for his really good rushes in that patch.
Oh, I see. I feel like, you know, to do a gun rush, you have to get really lucky with a rock, or you have 2 guys that pool resources and gets 1 guy with the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's easier to rush when you have more players because you can share the structures and use those resources to build your weapons instead.
Yeah, for sure. So looking back at the game, it's the first night. If you don't notice, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and I'm actually walking over to Kaiser's place because he built all the stuff, and I don't want to build all my stuff. And I don't know if you can see my inventory. Well, you kind of can't because there's like the replay button in the way.
Well, I can.
But,
I can see the inventory.
I have a lot of fun junk.
Because I downloaded the custom
nice.
observer UI. Yeah, there's a custom observer UI in the Kobold Trap's forums, and you can go download it, and it moves the replay controls to the bottom, the left side of the screen, so you can see the inventory. You got like a bear pelt, 2 leathers, 2 shadow stones, like 5 stones, a couple of sticks. I don't know. Yeah,
no, I have enough for a hunt, and I think I was trying to get a gun. You'll see me mine the rock at the bottom left soon. Oh, and I bought some spells too. Spells are important. Spells are really important actually on the first night. Like you were telling me, Cavill, like.
Yeah. I'm looking at the upgrades tab. It looks like tryphe got Siphon and you got Siphon. Kaiser doesn't have anything night 1, I guess.
Yeah, I think I was planning to get a gun, so which Siphon Life is good for a gun. And I remember you telling me if you go melee, you get Affliction because it reduces their stam.
Oh yeah, because if you
if you look at the.
Now you can go.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you look at the upgrades tab, both teams have clairvoyance, and that's really important to counter spike traps in the early game, especially when you're rushing. Because to counter rushes is just spike traps, turrets, and whatnot. And having clairvoyance there allows you to kill spike traps.
Oh yeah, man. I never actually thought of that. I mean, I sometimes do that, but I never stated that explicitly. Yeah.
Oh. Well, no. For myself, I always get that. Cause, when I do rush, like my biggest fear is just walking into a spike and then getting stick death. Yeah.
It's a good commentary. But I'm just commenting that's insightful. I never thought of that before. Like the reason you get Siphon with a ranged instead of a melee is because if it's melee, if you hit them once with Siphon, you're fighting them and you hit them once, they'll just run away until your Siphon wears off and then fight you again. So you basically wasted all your energy.
Oh yeah, true. And I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if you were recording me, but I kind of fainted in front of that rock. That was a really neat mistake there.
Yeah, I did catch that actually.
Yeah, I was trying to walk away, but I don't know. I guess I was looking at something else at the time. Yeah. So, during this game, Cavill, you were in there, but Kaiser kept telling me that he wanted to go in solo, and I believe I do let him do that, but I kind of just I throw in some extra damage here and there. So he does kind of go in solo, but I'm just helping him even though he doesn't want the help.
Oh yeah, I would say that Tryphe and rngesus are like one of the more newer teams on the circuit, so they're kind of, I don't want to say inexperienced, but they are somewhat inexperienced compared to everyone else.
Ah, I see. I've actually remember Tryphe from when I first started playing. Tryphe was always that one person that was always playing. Well, there are a couple of people that were always playing when I was playing. I know there's Tryphe, Rene, Factor. I don't know. Maybe if you have some freaking players that watch your cast.
Yeah, that
Renekton. He's a pretty cool guy, actually. Yeah, he's pretty experienced. I don't see him around in in-houses, but I do see him a lot when I'm playing.
Yeah, he's a pretty decent pupper.
Yeah, and if we look at Kaiser right now, he's actually frostbitten, but he's toggling his adrenaline until he could get that tree and make that fire. He actually just made that fire. Oh, and a boss spawn. Okay, so I believe this boss is very important in the coming match because both teams want to kill that boss and get the hammer, and the hammer does like it has a 2 second or 3 second stun with a 10-second cooldown. And in a 2v2 scenario, having at least one stun is like crucial to winning the match or winning a fight.
Yeah. Well,
so and he doesn't have much health either.
Yeah, it's not like super necessary, but if you get that weapon, it's really OP in 1v1s and 2v2s, and even in team games. It's just a really good weapon, just because the stun is linked to the person, not to a cooldown on the weapon. So if you run into a place with 5 players, you can just keep stunning them in like hit one, hit the next one, hit the next one, hit the next one, and keep stunning them like that. So it's a really good weapon.
Yeah, just hit everyone. Gotta hit everyone.
Yeah, you know.
It doesn't have much health either, since there's only 2.
Yeah, it's a really early game Murloc. He's only got 900 health. Actually, that's surprisingly a lot for only 7 minutes. But still, if it's under 1,000, that's a really low amount of health. So it should be easy. Like one person should be able to kill this.
Yeah, if you had like maybe a tower shield and heavy iron breastplate, and then you have your teammate just roll in with you, you could probably just tank it and kill it.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe a gleaming spear even, like gleaming spear and a buckler. Just that minus armor. So look how low health he has. And when he does for all the viewers who don't know how to fight him, basically he just does a charge and you don't stand in front of him, and that's how you kill him. He doesn't hit for very much. He hits for 20, so that's less than like a Kobold damage. Oh, and if you look at the map, Tryphe seems to have found me, and I'm running back towards my turret, which is a very strategical decision. No, that's definitely not my turret. My turret goes down. So yeah, I am getting messed up right now by those two. They are just like on my ass. Oh, I'm almost dead too. 30 HP, 80 HP. Okay, I eat some food. How much food do I have left? I have a lot of food in my backpack. Alright, so I'm running towards my turret. I'm getting towards my campfire, and Tryphe is going to run into my turret. I get hit by that, and he's slowed with the minus armor. And, oh, he's still trying to kill me. He hits me once, but I still survive. I still have much food. I'm just spamming that food button right now. And Kaiser's just, like, getting chased by the Murloc, so he can't really come help me. I'm just running for my life right now. I don't even have the adrenaline buff. The adrenaline mining buff is ridiculous. They're just on my ass. Alright, let's see. That turret has 2 ammo left. It's gonna hit Tryphe. I'm gonna siphon life and shoot Tryphe again, and he's gonna back off because he's super low. But he had some really good food there. It just healed like most of his health.
I think they had berry fez there. Not sure though. I'd have to go look at the inventories. Yeah, they have berry fez. On the other hand, in your bag, you just had like a few actual berries that you mined from the thing. That's why it wasn't healing you as much.
Yeah, I had some wolf steaks too, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't make any advanced food. So it looks like they're raiding my base. So right now I'm just trying to stay alive from these stupid wolves. And make it to Kaiser, because Kaiser has like a secondary base with a bunch of spikes set up there. Looks like the Murloc chieftain just left, so none of us get his hammer, which seems kind of like a waste, but I don't know. At this point, you know, I really don't want to risk it and just get ganked while I'm fighting him.
Yeah, I mean, they rushed pretty hard. Well, not that hard. I mean, they rushed at like 8 minutes, so that's, I mean, technically for like theoretically and stuff, like a rush is supposed to be on day 2. So if you attack later than day 2, like day 3 or 4, it's technically not a rush, but it is just like an early attack. But they did a really good early attack.
And if you notice, we all have guns because we're kind of preparing for a rush. Like at 2v2s, you can't really expect to tech up because once they rush, you know, it's like instant win. You're gonna have to run away from all your buildings, all those mats you invested. You're gonna waste a lot of stamina and time. So it's really not worth it to tech in 2v2s, eh? What do you think, Cavill? Have you seen many techers in 2v2s?
Depends. You can tech if you move around a lot. If you like base in one location, mine it out, then leave immediately and go to like North Shrine or something, then turret over there and then keep teching. So if you like run and tech, then you could tech in 2v2s. Other than that, yeah, it's kind of there are a lot of people who like to rush in 2v2s, so it's hard.
Ah, I see. And if we look at the upgrades tab, you see that no one has spells.
He's got 3 taverns.
Yeah, like no one got new. Wait, who has 3 taverns?
Kaiser. He's got 3 taverns right here.
Oh yeah, taverns. Yeah, no, because he doesn't have the wizard perk. I'm like, Kaiser, what the fuck? Why'd you build 3 taverns, man? He's like, gotta get that whiz, man. And we look at Kaiser's gold. Can we see Kaiser's gold?
Yeah, you can go to
Doesn't
resources.
look like he's got much gold.
No, he doesn't. And if you don't have the wizard tab, don't have the wizard perk, then it scales with how much gold you are. Like the more gold you have, the more likely it is that the wizard's gonna come. He's like a landlord here. Look at this. Got a whole rash of apartments that he owns.
Yeah. Like so many taverns for him, and we look at the map right now. It seems like we're gonna have a fight. This part I don't commit too much because that bridge is actually high ground, so you can't see up it unless you go halfway. Just like StarCraft 2 mechanics, and if we look there, it looks like rngesus and tryphe have put down a spike. That's why. Oh, he put down 2 spikes, and he also has a pet. That's why I do not commit too much. And if we look back at our base, we got like a whole line of spikes everywhere. So it's just like, you know, it's just like creating some gunfire, you know. And if you commit too much, you're gonna walk into a spike. So you don't want to commit too much right now. And well, I can't see their inventories, but oh, Kaiser just walked into a spike. Yeah, he's just gonna back off because he took so much damage from that spike. It's like almost 1/5 of his HP. Oh, and looks like I scanned and I took out, or somehow I took out a spike. Oh, Kaiser's getting low. Kaiser's about to die. Oh shit! The wolf might kill him. The wolf might kill Kaiser right now. He's got 11 HP. Oh my god! And oh, just as the fire right there, you know, just scares off the wolf. And well, we are really low right now. We're just running back to our spikes. rngesus and tryphe are just chasing us.
I should say that
and
Kaiser
oh, he just tryphe just
walked into a spike. Yeah, Kaiser's really famous for this tactic. He likes to bait people by thinking he has low health, and then he baits them onto a spike. He's really famous for that tactic.
Oh, I see. And that's pretty much how it ended. Like, you know, tryphe just walked into a spike there, and me and Kaiser just came in and swept it up. Even though they had more HP than us, but it was really close. It was really, really close.
Oh yeah, man.
So what do you think of that match, Cavill? Like, what do you think that that tryphe and rngesus could have done better with yeah, right there?
Well, they could have killed you. that would have helped them. But what they really needed was it's hard to say. They did a pretty decent rush. I guess just speed really is the thing. they were a little bit slow. Like day 3 or 4 is when they came in. They should have been rolling in day 2 or night 2, preferably, do an early rush. If you notice at that time, Kaiser didn't really have gear, so if they had come in at night 2, they would have had a successful rush. So they just need to work on tech faster, I think.
It looks like they just gambled there with the berry pheasant. You know, come a bit later, but we'll have berry pheasants, right? But I guess that didn't work out too well for them.
Right.
It was a really close match, though. We were on like the verge of death twice.
Yeah.
Well, actually, myself like 3 times actually.
Oh yeah, like berry fez is like one of the best foods in the game, especially from 5 cooking only. It actually heals more than beer fez if you have a lot of cooking. People don't really know that, but it does. But it takes a long time to mine the berries. So, and beer fez does give you the buff of strength. I think it's a strength buff that it gives you. But yeah, they came a little bit too late. If they had skipped berry fez come night 2 and just bought a bunch of tavern food instead, or yeah, or if they had a wisp pet, that would have helped them. Anyway. And,
oh yeah, true that.
Yeah, that is our game for today.